Hello,
What's up?
I'm here with Doug, and he made some upgrades with his Old Hickory. Would you like to talk about some of those upgrades?
Yeah, so in the last video, I didn't have the sheath with it. This is the standard sheath that people normally buy with this Old Hickory knife. It's just a 7-inch K-bar leather sheath that I got off of eBay for about $8. And if you watched the last video, you saw that the handles came loose after I batoned them. So what I did was I took the handles off. Basically all you got to do to do that is get a wedge in between the handle and the blade and wedge it up, and the rivets will just detach. And so while I had the handles off, I decided that it'd be a good idea to put a patina on the blade. And what that is basically a layer of oxidation that helps the blade to not get rusted. And what you do to accomplish that is just soak a paper towel in vinegar and wrap it around the blade. So while the handles were off, I did that. I wrapped the entire blade in vinegar.
Those are with carbon blades that it can be rusted.
That's right. That's with a carbon blade, but the patina doesn't last forever, so you have to do it, every once in a while. But then I
What's that circular thing on there?
I smoothed out the edges on the handle. This is just a magnifying glass that I got from Harbor Freight, and basically all I did was I wrapped some duct tape around the top of the handle and around the spine of the little magnifying glass there, so I can flip it out like that and start a fire with it. I haven't put it to the test yet, but I plan on doing that today. So those are a few modifications I made.
You were talking about the handle before I interrupted you. You were talking about the handle?
Right, yeah, the handle. So when I had it off, all I did was I took Gorilla Glue and I put it on the back side of the handle, the underside of the handle, and you just put a very thin layer on there. And then I put the handle back on, and I put it in a vice grip and tightened it as tight as I could. And I set it there for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And so today what I want to test out is if the handle is any better now with the Gorilla Glue on it than it was last time. So we've got here this log that I'm going to attempt to baton, and I'm going to see if the handle holds up any better than it did last time. Because if I can just make a cheap just a few cheap upgrades or modifications to this knife, and it be more of a bushcraft knife, then it makes it even more worth it. For $20, I think it's a solid purchase. And if I can just use some common materials that are in my house to upgrade it anymore, then it makes the knife really worth it. So I guess without further ado, I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start beating on the blade here, and I want to focus more specifically on beating on the handle, because that's
So you're testing the handle?
Yeah, I'm really testing the handle out to see if the handle's any better with just Gorilla Glue. But I'm also eventually I'm gonna try to get the blade wet to see if it doesn't rust. So we got the blade in there. I'm gonna beat on the handle a little bit.
Now, did that take a lot of effort to get that knife in there like that?
No, not a whole lot. Not really.
It's a pretty good blade.
Yeah, the baton really does the majority of the work. So, beating on the handle here, trying to. I don't really feel like splitting this thing through and through, but I want to at least give the handle a couple good whacks to see if the Gorilla Glue is any good for this, because that's a really cheap, affordable glue that it's kind of, everyone should have that kind of stuff in their house. So I'm not going to split this thing all the way through.
How's the handle holding up? Describe the handle.
So far it feels like it's solid. I'm not doing the greatest on knife safety right now, so don't follow my steps. Alright, so the handle is still good. It's not budging at all. I beat on it quite a bit there, as you saw. The blade is a little warm. But, so there's that, and so now you know that Gorilla Glue, at least I know, Gorilla Glue can hold the handle on there real nice. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just dump some water on here to test out the patina. I'm going to rub it in and make sure I get it on the edge. This is just basically simulating me getting the blade wet. And I'm going to dry off back end right here to have a control so I can tell the dry spot, see the difference between the dry spot and the wet spot. And I'm just going to put this back in my sheath, and then probably a few hours from now I'll see if it looks any different. And so there you have it. I will leave a comment in the comment section or attach another video to this video showing you if the patina held out. Either way, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. And this is Doug signing off.